हाँ दोस्तों, आज मजा तो बहुत आया नहीं। पता है मुझे कभी जिंदगी में गलत होके इतना मजा नहीं आया जितना आज आया। कल हमने प्रिडिक्शन दी थी, मैंने और संदीप ने 60-40। आई गेव 61-39 जस्ट टू बी ऑन अ डिफरेंट पेज। तो वो प्रोडिक्शन वैसे दुनिया से फिर भी अच्छी थी, बिकॉज पीपल वर सेइंग 80-20, वी सेड 60-40, बिकॉज वी न्यू दैट अफगानिस्तान हैज द एबिलिटी टू बीट पाकिस्तान, व्हिच दे डिड। तो गलत होके कभी भी इतना आनंद की अनुभूति मुझे आज तक नहीं हुई जितनी आज हुई। बहुत ही बढ़िया, मजा आ गया। एंड टीवी तो, अब पाकिस्तान का ऐसी वर्ल्ड कप चलता रहा ना, उनके यहाँ तो टीवी सारे के सारे टूट जाने, और कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं देखने के लिए। अगले वर्ल्ड कप में फिर वो नए लेके आएंगे। और अभी संदीप और मैं बात कर रहे थे कि चैंपियंस हुआ, चैंपियंस 30 ईयर्स अगो, तो लगता है अगले 4 साल तक वो 30 ईयर्स अगो या 34 ईयर्स अगो वाले चैंपियन ही रहने वाले हैं। इस बार तो उनका गेम ऑलमोस्ट गेम सेट मैच हो गया है, और वो अपने बैग वैग उन्होंने आधे पैक कर लिए हैं घर जाने के लिए, टिकट विकेट बुक करा लिए। अब तो बहुत ही मुश्किल है पाकिस्तान के लिए। अफगानिस्तान ऑन द अदर हैंड, दे हैव एन आउटसाइड, दे हैव गिवन देमसेल्व्स एन आउटसाइड चांस, जिसके बारे में हम लेटर ऑन वीडियो में बात करेंगे। तो लेट्स बिगिन विद व्हाट वेंट राइट फॉर पाकिस्तान। तो मैं पहले अपना टेक देता हूँ, व्हाट वेंट राइट फॉर पाकिस्तान, देन वी विल गो टू संदीप। In my view, everything went wrong for Pakistan. Nothing went right for them. When you are playing against Afghanistan, आप टॉस जीतते हो स्पिनिंग ट्रैक पे, you get to do what you want to do. You want to bat first on a spinning track. No prizes for guessing that. आपको वो करने को भी मिल जाता है। आप टॉस जीतते हो, बैटिंग कर लेते हो, आपने कहा जी आधा मैच तो हम जीत गए, इनके तो वैसे ही स्पिनर्स हैं, स्पिन हैवी होके आ रहे हैं, तो सेकंड बैटिंग करेंगे दिक्कत हो जाएगी। उसके बावजूद अफगानिस्तान, जो कि आपसे बहुत ही कमजोर टीम मानी जाती है, वो आपको 8 विकेट से हरा के चली जाती है। 8 विकेट मतलब आपसे दो, या आपकी मच फैंसी बैटरी ट्रायो कुछ भी बोल लो, उसको सिर्फ 2 विकेट मिले हैं अफगानिस्तान के ऑन। एंड इट वाज नॉट अ फ्लैट ट्रैक बाय एनी मींस। विकेट में था, बहुत कुछ था, स्पेसर्स के लिए भी था, स्पिनर्स के लिए भी था, फिर भी पाकिस्तान से कुछ नहीं। अब उसके, अब हम डेप्थ में जाएं तो पाकिस्तानी बैटिंग के बारे में बात करते हैं पहले। हम कॉन्स्टेंटली, संदीप एंड आई आर सेइंग दिस कॉन्स्टेंटली, दैट दे नॉट डू नॉट हैव अ फिफ्थ गियर। वो आज भी उनकी वही प्रॉब्लम थी। वो जो 280 उन्होंने बनाया है ना, वो होना चाहिए था 320। लेकिन भाई साहब उनके पास फिफ्थ गियर है ही नहीं। जब गाड़ी में फिफ्थ गियर है नहीं, तो 120 की स्पीड, 140 की स्पीड कहां से पकड़ेगी? और इंडियन पिचेस पे 120 140 की स्पीड आप नहीं पकड़ोगे, इंडियन रोड्स पे नहीं पकड़ोगे, तो दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम। 4 प्लेयर हैं उनके, जो टॉप 4 है, चारों के चारों एक जैसे एक ही स्पीड से खेलते हैं, मैक्सिमम रन अ बॉल। अब्दुल्ला शफीक, इमामुल हक, बाबर आजम, मोहम्मद रिजवान, सबके पास यही एबिलिटी है रन बॉल की, उससे ज्यादा वो बना ही नहीं सकते। आप अगर उनको 40 ओवर तक भी खिला देते हो ना ओपनिंग, उनकी जोड़ी को, तब भी वो मैक्सिमम 300 बनाएंगे, क्योंकि उनके पास एबिलिटी नहीं है। आप रोहित शर्मा को दे दो 40 ओवर, मैच खत्म कर देगा, सामने वाली टीम आउट ऑफ द गेम बाय 40th ओवर। आप मिचेल मार्श को दे दो, आप क्विंटन डी कॉक को दे दो, आप जोस बटलर ऑल द मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैटिंग करते हैं, लेकिन अगर वो 40 ओवर खेल जाते हैं, दूसरी टीम इज आउट ऑफ द मैच। लेकिन पाकिस्तान के मेन स्टे बैटिंग के भी, के 40 ओवर बैटिंग करते हैं, तब भी वो आउट, दूसरी टीम को आउट ऑफ द गेम नहीं कर सकते। दैट इज वेयर देयर प्रॉब्लम लाइज। एक ही आदमी है जो लगता है कि भाई राइट फ्रॉम द वर्ल्ड को 120 130 की स्ट्राइक रेट से रन बना सकता है उनका, लेकिन वो है इफ्तिखार अहमद, जिसको वो प्यार से इफ्ती चाचा बुलाते हैं। लेकिन भाई साहब वो आता ही 45th ओवर में, वो क्या कर लेगा? पाकिस्तान के साथ जो प्रॉब्लम है वो कॉन्स्टेंटली यही है, और यही रहेगी। अगर वो, उनके पास एक ही प्लेयर है, अनफॉर्चुनेटली उनके पास एक प्लेयर है जो कि, इसके पास एबिलिटी है गेम खत्म करने की, वो फखर जमान है, लेकिन वो कम्प्लीटली आउट ऑफ फॉर्म है, तो उसको बाहर बिठा के, उनके पास चारा ही नहीं है, उसको बाहर ही बिठाना पड़ेगा, वो कुछ कर ही नहीं रहा। तो पाकिस्तान फंसा हुआ है बैटिंग के मामले में। दे डू नॉट हैव द बैटिंग डेप्थ और बैटिंग एबिलिटी रादर। अब आते हैं उनकी स्पिन बॉलिंग। स्पिन बॉलिंग तो वन ऑफ द वीकेस्ट, मैं कहूंगा उनसे वीक शायद सिर्फ इंग्लैंड की है, आदिल रशीद। वो बेचारे भी कई सालों से रगड़े जा रहे हैं आदिल रशीद को। वो होता है ना वो अलादीन का चिराग समझ के विकेट दिला रगड़ के, भाई खत्म हो गया आदिल रशीद का, उसको छोड़ दो। यहाँ पे ये शादाब खान और को रगड़े जा रहे हैं, उनसे कुछ हो नहीं रहा। मोहम्मद नवाज को वो बीमार बीमार बोल के बाहर बिठा दिया, बिठा नहीं था यार। और उसामा मीर को भी लेके आया, उनसे भी कुछ नहीं हुआ। बहुत ही वीक बॉलिंग अटैक है, सिर्फ एक पूरे मैच में, सिर्फ एक अफगानिस्तान की इनिंग में सिर्फ एक ही बॉल दैट वेंट पास द बैट, जो कि गुगली थी, शादाब खान ने डाली थी। बाकी सब उनको प्यार मोहब्बत से मारा उन्होंने, बहुत आराम से खेले हैं। इस ट्रैक पे जब बॉल स्पिन हो रहा है, रुक के भी आ रहा है, वहां पे भी उनसे कुछ नहीं हुआ उनके स्पिनर्स से। So their spin bowling department is completely out of sorts. And now let's come to the much fancied, much talked about pace battery. अब सबसे डिसअपॉइंटिंग पार्ट पाकिस्तान का यही है, तभी उनकी ये हालत है इस वक्त, कि उनकी मच फैंसीड पेस बॉलिंग जो कि बैटिंग को कवर अप करती है कभी कभी, वही नहीं चल रही। शाहीन शाह अफरीदी, हारिस रॉफ को तो वो, अब जब अफगानियों ने ऐसे मारा है आज, हारिस रॉफ के साथ पहले ओवर में 17 रन ले लिए उन्होंने। मतलब डर ही नहीं है रहे उनसे, मार रहे हैं उनको। शाहीन अफरीदी की वो जो इंडिपर्स हैं वो कहीं मिल ही नहीं है देखने को, वो कोई उनको स्विंग ही नहीं मिल रही, कंप्लीटली आउट ऑफ फॉर्म लग रहे हैं। हारिस राव को भी मार रहा है, बच्चा बच्चा के मार जा रहा है उनको। आई थिंक हारिस राव का तो सिर्फ एटीट्यूड एटीट्यूड दिख रहा है मुझे, एबिलिटी तो कुछ दिख नहीं रही है। आते हैं पहले एक दो ओवर में वो अपना लुक वुक देते हैं इधर उधर, अरे मैं मार दूंगा, मैं तो पिटाई पुटाई हो जाती है 4-5 ओवर तक, सब लोग भी खत्म हो जाते हैं उनके। तो वो इधर उधर ही देखते रहते हैं, भाई अब तो मार रहे हैं मुझे। तो उनकी पेस बॉलिंग भी नहीं चल रही है, तो दे कंप्लीटली आउट ऑफ सॉर्ट। आई डोंट सी, वी आर constantly saying this, we do not see any future for Pakistan in this tournament, or there was another nail in the coffin today. So I think it's pretty much done for Pakistan. कुछ तो जीतेंगे कुछ तो हारेंगे, but I don't see them making it to the last four. So that was my take about Pakistan. Sandeep, what about you?
No, completely in agreement with you. We don't see any future for Pakistan in this tournament. And as we always said, Pakistan's pace battery has died down, even before they started the tournament. And then they don't have the fifth gear, except Iftikhar. We don't really see any batsman who could hit at a strike rate of 140 or 150. To me, I think, one more thing perhaps here is that, see, Pakistan's players, most of them, they played a lot of T20 cricket. They are experts. Perhaps Pakistan is one of the dangerous sides in T20 cricket. But however, it is not the same case with their test side. That is also playing a role here where, especially with regard to their batting, they lack the ability to play those long innings and then press that accelerate button at the right time. If we have played only T20 cricket, right? Perhaps you just know only one-dimensional format of playing the game. But if at all you played Test cricket quite a bit, you would learn how to pace an innings, how to accelerate an innings, and then how to make sure that you find those gaps. Perhaps Pakistan lacks here. That's why their ODI form has been diminishing, and that's quite evident in this World Cup. Their pace bowling is completely out of sorts. Haris Shroff has been leaking a lot of runs, and then Shaheen Afridi, his ball has not been swinging. Shadab Khan, he doesn't turn the ball at all. I don't know why he was there in the 11 today. In fact, Chennai wicket mostly supports spinners, yes, but finger spinners do make a lot of difference on Chennai wicket. But however, they played two wrist spinners today. So that's quite a bit of a surprise for me. But nonetheless, maybe Shadab Khan got a nod because he's a better batsman. But yeah, Pakistan's journey is over in this World Cup. We would love to say this time again, with due respect to all these players. But now let's move on to discuss what this means to Afghanistan, what this win means to Afghanistan. It's quite exciting. It has actually made this tournament a bit more open, though we cannot right away say that Afghanistan might make it to the top 4 or top 5 at this stage. But however, this win has made the tournament a bit more open and gives Afghanistan an outside chance. Sachin, so now over to you. So Pakistan are yet to play Sri Lanka, Netherlands, Australia, and South Africa. Maybe we can quickly summarize how should Afghanistan approach their remaining matches?
Yes, Afghanistan has uh, they have given themselves an outside chance, as we have said earlier. And how they have given themselves that outside chance, we are going to discuss that. Look, now I think they have four more games left, and they have two wins in their kitty. Uh, they have to play two of the weaker oppositions and two of the better oppositions. Weaker oppositions, good for them. The one thing which is good for them is the first two matches after this, of course. Now I think they have a break of about 1 week, and they are going to play Sri Lanka and Netherlands first. And those are two of the weaker teams. You can beat Sri Lanka. Pakistan, Afghanistan has the ability to beat Sri Lanka, and of course they can beat Netherlands because they have better spinners and Indians. Obviously, as we go deeper into the tournament, wickets are going to get tired. They'll help spinners more. So, and when they are going to play South Africa and Australia, which are going to be tired even further, so that should help spinners even more. So that is what is going to favor Afghanistan. If they can beat any of these two, Australia and South Africa, and they have, let's assume that they beat Sri Lanka and Netherlands, and they have one win against either of these two, then it would be a very, very interesting situation, because I think they'll have, say, as let's assume they'll have 5 wins. Then a team with 5 wins, considering the scenario we have, the table, look at the table, a team with 5 wins has the ability to make it to the top four, the fourth team. They can be the fourth team, but they have to win three of the rest, the four remaining matches, which they have the ability to do, considering their spin bowling. So Afghanistan, these two wins, by these two, by beating England and Pakistan, they have given themselves an outside chance, as we have said earlier. And I would be delighted if they make it to the top four. I think that would be amazing for the game, and that would be amazing because Afghanistan, they always had this, the charm and the charisma, and they always had this ability to beat top teams. Uh, it was an ability. Now they are, converting that ability into results. So that is amazing for the game. And I can tell you, in the next 10 years, I think whenever the teams would be touring subcontinent, because they're generally their home is India or some other country in the subcontinent, maybe Bangladesh or maybe Sri Lanka going forward, then you are going to consider Afghanistan as favorite against those Australia, South Africas, and England. That would be an interesting scenario. This World Cup will take their game a long way. So that is my take on what lies ahead for Afghanistan. Sandeep, what about you?
No, absolutely. Afghanistan's win against Pakistan has made this tournament, as we said earlier, it has made this tournament more interesting. And they're going to play South Africa at Ahmedabad and Australia at Wankhede in Mumbai. Okay, these two tracks have traditionally supported spinners, and Afghan perhaps have got the best spinners in the world, I would say. Let me just say this, because the way the 19-year-old bowled today, it was magnificent to watch. Okay, he troubled the best of the best of Pakistani batsmen. He troubled Babar Azam. Okay, so that way, I think Afghan may have an outside chance, but having said
Oh,
that,
Sandeep, sorry, I would like to interrupt. Don't call him best of the best. I don't know from where this best comes in. Babar Azam, best? Come
one of the
on.
best batsmen, he was ranked number one. Come
Then,
on. He was
then
ranked
who
number.
is?
I'm not.
I
He's
think
one of
there's
the better.
something wrong with the ranking system. I think there's something wrong with the ranking system. Then who is Virat Kohli? Who is Rohit Sharma? Then
So
who is David Warner? And who is Stephen Smith? And who
the
is
debate, the
Babar Azam
debate
is
on the
best.
ranking system, the debate on the ranking system may demand a video at a later date. But however, before the start of the tournament, I think Babar Azam was ranked number one in the world. I don't know what it is right now, but however, he's perhaps one of the better batsmen in the world. Okay, let us see this, and then he troubled him. Okay,
Sorry, better batsman in Pakistani team. Let's keep it that way.
okay. So now, so to me, Afghanistan should try and win every game with their strengths and capabilities. The way they chased down the target 280 odd was fascinating to watch. And then they lost only 2 wickets. It is not only the fact that they won the game, but it is how they won the game that made Afghanistan a probable opponent against even quality sides. Right? They're going to play Australia and South Africa. I'm sure they're going to give a pretty tough fight to Australia and South Africa. And then we're already assuming that Afghan is going to win against Sri Lanka and Netherlands. Okay, let us wait and watch how Afghan is going to perform, and then whether it means something to Afghan, or whether Afghans win today and also in the remaining games might upset any other team's chances to make it to the semifinals. All that going to be pretty interesting. We would be making a few more videos in the coming games. But before we sign off for the day, we have another important match from a South African perspective. Okay, it's South Africa versus Bangladesh tomorrow. Though Bangladesh doesn't stand any chance to reach semis, but however, it's important for South Africa to win tomorrow's game. So, Sachin, your take? Bangladesh and South Africa.
Well, I think where is the match happening tomorrow?
I think the match is happening at Wankhede. Yeah,
Wankhede. So Wankhede is known for some bit of movement for pacers initially. In the initial overs, pacers get some movement, and if spinners bowl well, they can get some purchase as well. So South African pacers are going to trouble Bangladeshi batsmen. That is for sure. So considering the matches in Wankhede, it won't be a completely pata wicket. You might get big scores, but there'll be something in it for bowlers as well. So, considering the wicket, 1 KD, I think Bangladesh doesn't stand much of a chance. I would say 90 to South Africa and 10 to Bangladesh. Bangladesh, it doesn't inspire much confidence, honestly. Shakib Al Hassan, if he comes back, then he can do something on the basis of individual brilliance, because that guy is special. He's a special all rounder. Very few players in the world, they have ability, equal ability with bat and ball. He's one of those. So, barring any individual brilliance from Shakib Al Hassan, provided he plays, I don't see Bangladesh doing anything substantial in the game. I think South Africa should be a stroll in the park for South Africa. Uh, Honestly, their pace battery and their bowling, their batting. Yeah, one thing that really South Africa is worrisome for South Africa is when they are chasing targets. They're a
absolutely.
different team when they're batting first. Altogether they're completely different when they're chasing targets. So best bet for Bangladesh is bat first, score 300, and play Nasoon Ahmed as well. Play few spinners. I don't think the Pacers are going to trouble South Africa. I'm pretty much sure about that. So they have to play spinners, extra spinner. Just go with three spinners and try and score 300. Then try to put South Africa under pressure. The way Netherlands did. The Netherlands began their bowling with Aryan Dutt, and that was the most important ingredient in their win, because Aryan Dutt was able to get De Kock out. He was able to control their initial onslaught. The South Africa, that what South Africa does. So probably Bangladesh can take a leaf out of their book. They can begin with the spinner. Probably Nasoon Ahmed can begin, or he can. And probably they can start with Mehdi Hassan Miraj as well, considering that De Kock um, De Kock finds it difficult to start against an off spinner. So their best bet lies in utilizing their spinners, batting first, utilize the the weakness of the opposition. So that is the best bet. Otherwise, I think 90 South Africa and 10 Bangladesh. So that is my take. What about you?
Sure, absolutely. I completely agree with you. I love one point that you mentioned. South Africa are a different side when they chase. Okay, it may not trouble them much against a side like Bangladesh, or it may though. But this particular weakness may put them into trouble when they play quality oppositions like New Zealand and then India, who are really playing well. We would love to talk about all that later. I would definitely give about 88 and then 12. South Africa, favoring South Africa. But however, I'm sure if Bangladesh can score about 290 odd or 300 odd, and then if their spin bowling fires, I'm sure South Africa should be under pressure. But however, South Africa would start as favorites. And we wish both the teams all the best for tomorrow's game. And then I'm sure we're going to witness a good contest between bat and the ball. See you guys soon. Thank you very much.
See you guys. Bye bye.